Hello everyone. Myself Nishtha Desai. Today's my presentation topic is Christopher Marlowe as a dramatist. These are my academic information. These are table of contents, and let's begin with introduction. Christopher Marlowe we all know Christopher Marlowe is a well-known Renaissance dramatist, and he was Shakespeare's predecessor. It means he gave a path to William Shakespeare to write in his form. He is known as the father of English tragedy. He was a pioneer and path founder to whom the master of drama Shakespeare had followed. The age difference between William Shakespeare and Edmund Spenser that Christopher Marlowe was on 2 or 3 months elder than William Shakespeare. Marlowe is the one who gave perfect shape to English drama and considered as a piece of art of writing. We know that Christopher Marlowe is a well-known father of English tragedy, and tragedies in English drama started in 15th century in advent of Renaissance and the translation of Italian tragedies. The first English tragedy was Gorboduc. It was published in 1565 by Thomas Norton and Thomas Sackville. But this way was mainly based on Senecan tragedy. Christopher Marlowe gave the right path to people tragedy writer to how to wrote tragedy in correct way. So it was quite great task for to Marlowe to give a new shape and charm to English tragedies. Then early life of Marlowe. Christopher Marlowe was born in Canterbury in 1564 and can be considered as the first major dramatist of the Elizabethan period. He was a humble birth, was from a shoemaker family. Christopher Marlowe born in a shoemaker family. It means a poor family. And Christopher Marlowe educated in the King's School, and then he studied in Cambridge University. We all know Christopher Marlowe is a part of University Wits. University Wits, a group of 7 people who are studied in Oxford and Cambridge University. All his education was made possible through the scholarship and his university education and helped him to acquire a reputed position in the world. Some people told that Christopher Marlowe was a spy. In his schooling time, he spy. Christopher Marlowe, also known as a spy. Further, he managed to get into the circles of education people and eventually become a royal spy and a great scholar. Moreover, university education helped him to acquaint with Greek and Latin language, and through its literature, he learned about the civilization and culture, which were not of English, about the ways of governance such as the Roman Republic. Therefore, this knowledge gave him a new outlook to the world, was totally different from what the ordinary people of England were possessed. Then Marlowe as a literary leader of the 16th century. Marlowe touched almost all aspects of Renaissance in his tragedy. Marlowe combines all aspects of Renaissance time in his tragedy. He talks about the spirit of power and spirit of power, struggle, and ambition. Those are main concept of Marlowe's tragedy. And his tragedies are one main type of tragedies in which the hero dominates over the rest of the characters and draft them by his towering personality. He was the first English playwright to reveal the full potential of dramatic blank verse. We all know Christopher Marlowe gave the concept of dramatic blank verse. He firstly used properly blank verse in his dramas and his tragedies. Christopher Marlowe, commonly as one of the university wits, we all know, during the time of Elizabeth I. Then Marlowe is the hero of tragical writing. Marlowe was the first writer who broke down the medieval conception of tragedy, which revolved around the great kings and queens and their extraordinary achievements. Marlowe created real tragic heroes in his dramas who were from humble but to later achieve the greatest position through the contrast, efforts, and firm determination. We in the dramas of Marlowe, we notice that Marlowe's heroes are born in the poor family, and William Shakespeare's heroes are born in the rich families. Whereas other portrayal characters of Marlowe had their upbringing deeply rooted in humble or poor society. For example, Tamburlaine, who was shaped by the birth later and become a soldier king. In the concept of Dr. Faustus, Dr. Faustus, who was born humble parents, but later he became a great scholar through his desire of knowledge, so on. Then these are famous tragedies of Christopher Marlowe. First is the Tamburlaine. It was published in 1590. In Tamburlaine, divided into two parts, and then Dr. Faustus, which was published in 1604. Then third is the Jew of Malta in 1594. Edward II, 1594. The Massacre at Paris, 1600, and tragic flow of his heroes. Marlowe's heroes rose to great height due to their hard work, but they meet their failure due to some tragic flaw in their character. In the Tamburlaine, the character Tamburlaine, who was over ambitious and his made pursuit military and political power lead to his downfall. In the character of Dr. Faustus, we notice that Dr. Faustus sold his soul to evil. So, in the end, he also downfall. In the Jew of Malta, we notice in the character of Barabbas, who met his failure due to his greediness and discarding the human values. In Edward II, the king met his downfall due to his love for a man. But his tragic heroes never blame to any other condition or situation, blame to their destinies. So, in the play of William Shakespeare, we notice that in the play of Macbeth and both are they blame to their destinies, but in the Marlowe's play, we can't find that type of thing. Blank verse. Blank verse means the blank verse is a form. In this form, it was written in iambic pentameter, and in the blank verse, there are no use of rhyme scheme. It is free from rhyme scheme. It is known as a blank verse. And Christopher Marlowe firstly found the blank verse form in his plays. Marlowe was the first to use the blank verse in his dramas and produced some drama which was entirely new to English theatre in one sense. He freed English drama from rhymed lines of morality and miracle plays and gave new shape to English drama in the form of a blank verse, which had to future dramatists to follow this way. So we can say that Marlowe gave the way to other dramatists to follow the concept of a blank verse in his plays. conclusion, to conclude, we can say that Christopher Marlowe, well-known Renaissance dramatist, and he uses the blank words in his play, and his tragedies are famous. And Christopher Marlowe died at his age of 29. To conclude, we can say that Christopher Marlowe was a key figure in shaping English Renaissance drama. He popularized blank verse and created ambitious, tragic characters. His plays explored the themes like power, human struggle, influencing writers like Shakespeare. Despite his early death, his work remained significant and continued to be studied and performed. These are my reference sources. And thank you. If anyone have question, please ask.
So, Nishna, my question for you: how do Christopher Marlowe and William Shakespeare differ in their writings?
So, yes, Nikita, Christopher Marlowe and William Shakespeare are differs in their writing. In the plays of Shakespeare, his heroes born in a rich family, but in the Marlowe's plays, his heroes born in the poor family, and they get high position. So, first difference and the difference of language. The themes of Marlowe's are the like ambitions, and both are themes, struggle of life, those Marlowe uses in his themes. But in the themes of Shakespeare also give the themes of complexity of life and relationship of life. Those things are included in Shakespeare's, and their language are also different from each other. So, any other question?
My question is: what themes are commonly explored in Marlowe's plays?
Yes, Nirali. In the Marlowe's play, mostly he used the themes power of lust, power of struggle, lust of power, struggle of life, and ambitions. Those things Marlowe use in his play. So, thank you.